Here we are at the final one, possibly Fast and Furious 7. There's 7 of these. Think about that, actually. Furious 7 stars Vin Diesel, Paul Walker, Michelle Rodriguez, Jason Statham, Dwayne Johnson, Ludacris, Tyrese Gibson. There's a lot of people in this. It's like the Expendables. It's just a giant cast to have to remember. Jordana Brewster for just a little bit. Kurt Russell is in this, and it's directed by James Wan, the guy who brought us the original Saw, which, before I talk about the things of his I really love, think about Saw. It's not that he made Saw, it's the fact that if you watched that movie recently, there's a car chase in that that's probably the worst car chase in film history. And to think that he went from that to a Fast and Furious movie is actually kind of mind-boggling. But you know, he also made Insidious, Death Sentence, The Conjuring, stuff like that. Like horror suspense movies. You wouldn't think he would go to make a Fast and Furious movie. And in this movie, the plot is so complex and convoluted at times. Basically, to put it lightly, Jason Statham is the villain in part 6, Owen Shaw. He's his brother Deckard Shaw, and he wants vengeance for what happened to his brother. So he's gonna just hunt down all of Vin Diesel's crew. If you know anything about number 6 or Tokyo Drift, you sort of know what sets this movie up and what happens. And yeah, it's a double revenge where they're basically going after each other. And then Kurt Russell comes in. Hey, I'm in the CIA. I can help you get Shaw. By the way, have you seen Death Proof? Why am I a villain in this movie? Shouldn't I be driving fast like a badass? And Kurt Russell's character basically gets them, listen, I can help you get Shaw, but you need to help me. Listen, there's this character, and they've got our MacGuffin for the movie, a little USB that unlocks this great magical technology that we can use to help you find Shaw. But the problem is, them going to do that's like, okay, we've got our villain. And then suddenly, no, we gotta go do all this. But while they're doing this whole B-plot, Jason Statham's Deckard Shaw character is following them everywhere. So we're gonna go to this mountain area to do this. We're gonna go to Dubai and all this. And he's just coming to every location they go like, hey, I'm giving you every chance you can to kill me. It's me, Jason Statham. So it's like it felt so stupid because like, do this and we can find him. Oh, hey, there he is. Oh, hey, there he is. You know, he really is making it easy for us. And James Wan, The Conjuring, Insidious, Death Sentence, I think is really underrated. I like some of his other films he's directed. This one, I think he did a decent to pretty good job most of the time, because I mean the car action sequences were really well filmed. I think he did a really good job. They're a little different than how Justin Lin made really great, fantastic spectacles and filmed them really well. James Wan had his own style that I thought worked, but the fist fighting, ooh. And unfortunately, James Wan was not up to the task with that. Justin Lin, think about it. When Vin Diesel and The Rock fought in Fast 5, just a testosterone-fueled badass fight where two gorillas ripped shit up and just destroyed each other. And even the fights in Fast 6 were pretty good. And then this one, Jason Statham fights The Rock and Vin Diesel, and it's just the way he films it I don't like. It's not shaky camera, it's just too kinetic. The camera's too much fast cutting and editing. I didn't like it. The direction with the fights was just too kinetic, too quick cut. It's something Justin Lin did much better with the fight scenes. But the car action sequences and all that, I thought they were all really good. I mean, really, there's some memorable action in this. The cars driving out of a plane, the whole mountainside chase with the bus that's loaded up with the machine guns and all of that did. The Dubai scene, like really, there's some great action. The fight scenes, that's just the only thing is the fight scenes are a little bit lacking because of the direction itself, but some of them are still entertaining. And the thing is with this movie, number 6 I like, but I felt it was really over the top. This one, it just adds over the top, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. I felt it in number 6, you feel it again here, they're superheroes. They can take anything and pretty much not get hurt. They can get in vicious car wrecks, come out, and it's like a joke. They get in a horrible vicious wreck like in number 6, and this one even more so, and none of them get hurt. They take way more damage than humanly possible, but you just go with it at this point, and it is just a fun time. A lot of character interactions, very fun. I love all the performances. Vin Diesel, really good. And Paul Walker, this being his last performance, it was like, could I tell when he wasn't there? There was one or two times where it's like, that's probably where they had to use his brothers and this and that. But I love Paul Walker, you know, he's not the world's best actor, I've said it, but you know, Running Scared, I thought he did very good in these movies. He's just a fun presence, a likable actor, and he's good in these movies. These are where he does his best work. He's got charisma, he's enjoyable to watch, you like him, and this being his last one, it really bummed me out. I tell you, the wrap up at the end where they really pay tribute to him and send him off on a high note and like end his character's arc and everything, I started crying, I admit it. Everyone in the theater, I imagine most of them probably were crying. I was for sure, I was crying. I was just like, oh my god, this is just wrecking me. And other likable performances, I like Michelle Rodriguez. I like her better in this one than 6. They're still doing the amnesia thing from number 6, but I like her a lot more in this. I like what they do with her character. I really appreciate, like, if you're gonna do some silly things, just do it to get this over with, and I was happy about that. Jordana Brewster, she's got the kids, okay? I didn't mention number 6. Brian and Mia had a kid, and that was one of my favorite scenes. I just thought it was so cute when they're like playing with toy cars, a Nissan car, and the Vin Diesel's like, he's a Toretto, give him the muscle car. Like stuff like that I thought I liked a lot. So she's the mom. She's got to watch the kids while the adults are going to play. Ronda Rousey's in this for 5 seconds or whatever. She's just, I liked her better in Expendables 3. Really, she was able to be fun and likable and smile a lot in this one. She's just like putting on a mean face and just a terrible performance actually. I thought it was awful. Jason Statham as a villain too. A problem there is that he's not allowed to do anything really. He's a badass when it starts. He gets to do a lot of badass things, but it's kind of like once the movie gets going, it's like, alright, I'm gonna pop in wherever you guys go to follow you and try to kill you, then I'll leave, then I'll pop up and go. They really underutilized him, as with The Rock. They basically Terry Crews in Expendables 3 to The Rock. They just take him out of the movie for so much. It's like, no! He's one of the best parts of 5 and 6. We need more of The Rock. And every scene is in is fantastic, but it's just, we need a lot more of The Rock. Everyone else, Ludacris and Tyrese were very funny together. It's just, I enjoyed most of the performances. Not enough of The Rock, not enough of Statham. The writing's a little convoluted all over the place, as I said. It's just like, you do the Statham thing and he's just following you everywhere, so you don't need to do this whole other storyline. But I feel like some of that's got to do with the untimely death of Paul Walker. It's just, they had to try and cobble together a story. Who knows what this movie would have been like had he lived. But this is what we got because of it, and yeah, the story's a little all over the place, but the action spectacle is just so fantastic. It's so over the top at this point that you go with it or you don't, and after like 5 and 6, I'm going with it. I think this one's actually better than 6. I think this is the second best in the franchise in my opinion, even though it does have a convoluted story and everything. I still enjoyed it a whole lot. The Paul Walker thing, they pay tribute to him really well and send his character off properly, and just, that really, it made me cry. I liked it a lot. The characters I enjoy, the action is fantastic except for the fist fights, as I said. It's a little convoluted, a little over the top, a little bit superhero-esque at times, but after 5 and 6 we're sort of used to it, so it's not really a negative anymore. And yeah, the convoluted story, you can say it's convoluted, but to really use that as negative, like the writing is terrible. It's like they had to piece the movie together after Paul Walker passed away. So it's kind of, what could they do? This movie, not quite as good as Fast 5, but it's better than a couple of the other ones for sure. This is, in my opinion, it just is. It's my favorite, second favorite of the franchise. I would give Furious 7 an A-. It's got problems, but it's got a lot more going for it than it does problems. I enjoyed it a whole lot. Comblo, tell me how you guys would rank the Fast and Furious movies in your opinion. And I know I've talked crap about 2, but actually, if I'm going to rank this properly in order of like my favorites and ones I would actually watch, as negative as I was about 2, because it's not a great movie, it is a lot more watchable. So I'd actually rank it 5, 7, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's probably, yeah. Campbell, tell me you thought of Furious 7. What do you think of the Paul Walker tribute? Did you cry? Admit it. Admit it if you did. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.